Good morning, coaches, and welcome to day one of our 5-day Going Live Challenge. I am your vision coach, Latoya Early, and I am super excited to spend the next 5 days with you, helping you really break free from the mental roadblocks that has kept you stuck from sharing your message with your ideal client and truly connecting and showing up as an expert. Listen, over the next 5 days, I'm going to share with you daily trainings that's going to really help you catapult your message, really help you show up as the expert so that we can speak directly to your ideal client. Each day, you will receive a training and you will receive instruction. So make sure you are checking your inbox daily. Tonight, we are going to meet live via Zoom. Make sure you check out the link in your email so that you can access tonight's live training so that we can really dive into what your assignment is today. So we're going to meet three times. We're going to meet three times this week. We're going to meet today, Wednesday, and Friday. So make sure you go ahead and mark those days off in your calendar. We're going to meet nightly at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope that you are prepared for that. Listen, so let's go ahead and jump into your very first day of training. The first thing I want you to do is really get clear on your message. Now, we've talked about this before, and we want to make sure that this is super clear. Hopefully, you've done your pre-work. If you have not done your pre-work, I encourage you to go back to the pre-work video so that you can get those things done on your social media. We want to make sure that your headings are nice and strong. We want to make sure that your Facebook pages are optimized, your Instagram, making sure that your links work, because again, these are very key elements to making sure that your visibility is increased and making sure that you're speaking directly to your ideal client. So I want you to make sure that you've gone over, look over your bio, look at your social media pages, make sure you've cleaned them up. That was a part of your pre-work. So let's jump into the content for today. What I want you to focus on is your messaging. What does your message say to your ideal client? Is it clear? Is it specific? Is it simple? I want you to sit down and I want you to craft your messaging. I want it to include who you are. Keep in mind, your identity as a coach is a reflection of the problem you solve for your ideal client. So who are you? What type of coach are you? Make sure you're being specific. We don't want to overwhelm this space with a bunch of adjectives to describe what type of coach you are. Make sure you're being simple, specific, and clear with the type of coach you are. I encourage you not to use multiple adjectives. If you can find one word to describe the type of coach you are, then this is what will better support you in your messaging. So make sure you are focusing on the type of coach you are. Secondly, you want to identify who do you serve. Now, this is where niche marketing comes in. We're very specific on the person that we're called to serve. So I want you to identify who do you serve. Is it men? Is it women? Is it families? If it is men, if they are women, what type of man are they? What type of woman are they? Are they professionals? Are they Christians? Are they corporate? What type of person are you going to help with solving the problem that you solve in your coaching business? Number three, you want to identify the problem that you solve. Be specific. Don't be vague. Don't be general. Don't say that you help men and women create better lives. That's super vague. You want to be super specific and say, this is the problem that I'm here to support or solve in your coaching business. Now, keep in mind, you can be creative with how you address those problems. When I share my message with people, I am your vision coach here to support Christian female startup coaches start, grow, and monetize their coaching business from start to six figures in their niche. I've been able to identify the problem that you're having with starting, growing, and monetizing your coaching business. What is the solution or the results that I bring? Is I help you go from start to six figures in your niche. So you want to be specific. What is the problem that you're going to address so that they can know that you are for them? And then what results are you going to bring? How are you going to help them create some sort of transformation in their lives? So we've talked about 5 major areas in your messaging: who you are, being specific. Don't crowd your titling up with a bunch of different adjectives. Number 2, Who is your ideal client? Who do you serve? Who is it that you're speaking to? Make sure you're being specific. Don't be vague. I'm encouraging you to also go into prayer when it comes to really getting clarity on your ideal client. Sometimes we're so excited and we want to serve everyone, but how many times have we learned that trying to serve everyone will get us nowhere? So you want to make sure you're clear on who you serve. Number three, what problem do you solve? What is the problem that you solve? What area are you going to focus on in your coaching business? And then four, what results are you going to bring? Once you've identified those problems, what results are you going to help your client bring? What type of transformation is going to happen? And then five, which is being simple, specific, and clear. You want to make sure that you are being as clear as possible when it comes to bringing forth your messaging. That is the key component to going from start to six figures in your coaching business, is having the ability to do what? Be crystal clear. Cool. So now that you're working through your messaging, here is what I want you to do. I want you to identify three focus areas. You're going to identify three focus areas after you've identified your messaging. What are these three focus areas? Focus areas. There are three areas that you should focus on in your talk topics. So we're going to create talk topics this week, and you're going to have to make sure that you're staying specific on these talk topics. The three major areas that I speak on is niche marketing, ideal client, and monetizing your programs. I want you to create your three talk topics. What three areas can you talk about without preparation, without at the drop of a dime, 30 minutes or longer? What three topics can you talk about? Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to go live for 30 minutes or longer, but I want you to be well versed in these three areas. This is how you're able to stand out and step up as the expert when you're consistently speaking on these top three focus areas. So I want you to go ahead, identify those top three focus areas after you've identified your messaging, because we're going to learn how to pull those things together so that you can create content, and we can now start creating topics for our lives for the rest of the week. Make sure those focus areas are one word. We do not want long sentences. I do not want you to sit down and create thesis on the different focus areas that you are going to talk about in your coaching business. We want one word, okay? Make sure you share that one word. So here's where you're going to put your assignment for today. I want you to go into the Start to Six Figures community, and I want you to go live. Here is your first chance to go live. Now, this is not the time for you to be perfect. You don't have to set up anything. I want to see you visual. I want to know that you've made the decision that you're going to do a scare. So go into the community, introduce yourself, let us know who you are, who you serve, the problem that you solve, and the results that you bring, and then share with us those three focus areas. Let us know those three areas that you focus on in your coaching business that will establish you as the expert in solving this specific problem. Listen, I'm so excited to jump in with you on tonight so that we can dive a lot deeper into this content, but I am looking forward to your homework assignment. Make sure you hashtag 5-day going live so that I can make sure that I have access to your content and I can see what you're doing. So go ahead, jump into the community, go live, share your message, share who you're talking to, the problem you solve, the results that you're going to bring, and then share with us those three major focus areas. You want to try to keep your messaging as simple and specific as possible. We're not going to get in and start going on and on. Your video should be 2 minutes or less. Cool. I'm excited to see your video, and I'll see you tonight inside of our live coaching session at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a fantastic Monday and be blessed.